I have no energy the last few days. I think I have a sinus infection. But I have to go finish the job from not the last episode, the one before. And I think if I record myself, it makes me want to do it more. Let's go. Also, whilst I was doing the job I'm going to do, hang on. Whilst I was doing the job that I'm about to go and finish, a lady across the road wanted the bottom of her fence chopped off so she could whippersnip underneath it, and my saw started smoking. It couldn't do it. But I borrowed this off someone. Bro, this thing is fucking huge. It is so heavy. Like, I've got a big head, and that's bigger than my head. I've never seen anything like it. I really haven't. Off its head. So I'll be taking that, and because this episode's kind of boring, I'll show you the other stuff I'm taking. So I've turned into a bit of a Ryobi lesbian. I love it. Even my screw holder says Ryobi on it. See that? Ryobi. And the missus packed this up apparently because it was just a mess on the floor. So hopefully there's everything there I need. And then there's 2 drills in there as well. Also Ryobi. And then this is my little bag with my shit in it. Basically, I carry it around to feel important, and I never use it. I'm going to pack the truck up now, but there's the blocks on the bottom. No, the caps are on the bottom, and the blocks are on the top. To finish the job, see you soon. Righto, so that's us. Pretty packed up, ready to go. I don't like having to keep all my shit in these bags, but I live in the hood, and so you can't really leave stuff in the truck or in a toolbox or anything. I know you can't really do that anywhere these days, but it's particularly bad here. So all I got to do is move all those blocks by hand, glue them on, and then these are the caps for it. Hopefully I've got enough this time. That's our other weapon. V6 turbo diesel. We only paid like $3,000 for it. And this is the big girl. Like I said, today I'm just going to do a bit more showing you stuff, because I don't know how long this episode's going to go for. I'm going to put that wheelbarrow on too, so I can move all those blocks in. I forgot about that. How's this? I don't even have to say anything. Fuck, you nearly got it. I don't have to say anything. But when I go to the server, he's like, okay, I got about 4.5 minutes to do whatever I want. And then I don't tell him to get in the truck. I just open the door, and he's like, he just knows. Look, straight in. Perched up, ready to go, looking at the pies. Ooh. People probably wonder, you work so much and you surf so much, how come you're a fat cunt? Well, that's why. Because that's my little reward, and I deserve it. Because, well, fuck you, that's why. So not many people know this, but Trevor does this thing where he'll just stare at me until I howl with him. So you watch how quickly he'll start howling. Ready? You ready, boss? So here's our slab. I feel bad. See all these worms? I think they've crawled up through the concrete to the surface and then died anyway. I hate that. I feel so fucking guilty about that. That's fucking stuck in there, isn't it? So I'm just pulling all of our pickets out, and we'll get a good look at this slab. Give me a second. So there you have it. I'm pretty happy with it. It's pretty level. I think, you know, you're going off that timber behind it, and it sort of plays tricks on your eyes. But I'm really happy. That's the first slab I've ever done. And now we're going to put this together. the remaining blocks and then the caps. And these edges, we had a heap of rain and it's filled in along the edge, so it looks quite good. Pretty happy with the way that everything's going. And that corner, the cap will cover it. Pretty happy. I don't want to get all sentimental or advicey because I have a tendency to do that anyway, but I've been doing Trev's truck for about 3 years. I first started, and at first I was running around and I'd move furniture and do rubbish runs and shit like that, and I was charging nothing, like, compared to now. I'd sort of charge like 250, 300 a day, and I'd be like, that's sick, that's so much money, because my mindset was one of a worker where I got paid per hour, and the most money I'd ever earned was, you know, 230, 240 a day. And so 300, I thought I was killing it, and I wasn't really, you know, you still got to cover your fuel and a few other things. But my point is, it's taken me 3 years to really crack the code and get the confidence to charge a lot of money. This job you're looking at now, a bloke quoted to do that slab $3,100. Now I've done this garden bed, including materials and the slab, for $2,800, and I'm making $800 or $900 a day doing it. So I don't really understand how people justify charging that sort of money or whatever, but to me this is like fucking good, and I feel like after 3 years I'm only just starting to get into the swing of it. Right now I've got 3 jobs on. I've got to finish this one, I've got to start another one tomorrow, and I'm halfway through another one that I'm actually not having that much to do with. I'm just organising trades for it. And yeah, it just feels like I finally am starting to have a bit of a breakthrough. I think having a daughter, having my baby born, gives you a lot of, not confidence, not encouragement, I don't know the word. It just fucking, like, anytime you hate it and you don't feel like doing it, you just think about her, and that's all that matters. I don't matter. As people know, I went through a patch of like suicide. I didn't want to fucking live. I had no purpose, and now I do, and I don't matter. My daughter does. And people will go, oh no, of course you matter. No, shut up. I don't need your advice. I don't want it. I'm killing it. I'm happy. My point is, I don't really have a fucking point. My point is I'm making heaps of money and I'm a sick cunt. There we go, little progress shot. Now I'll put the caps on. Hot tip 1, stack shit in the order you need it. So I'll put these on first because I'm using them last. Hot tip 2, make your wheelbarrow face the way you want to go before you load it up. No point trying to do U-turns with a loaded barrow. Hot tip 3, tape up any areas that you may hit on your way through. Tip number 4, clean up your mess. I have no doubt that that was accidental, but she's left it there as if to be like, look what you left here last time you were here. And you know what, fair enough, dirty ciggy butt, it's not my fault, I wasn't aware of it, it was likely a labourer, but I will apologise for it. Some of the grass has died out the front as well where we mixed the cement. Again, not really worried about it, not really my problem, however, I will apologise for it. Tip 5, whenever you kind of join, whenever it comes to leveling things, right, this happens with scaffold, you wrap around a whole house, by the time you get to the other side, it's never level, it's never perfect. And it's the same with this. We've actually done pretty well here, but so you'll find there's a level over the back there that's not quite right, but also this. So when you're joining, my point is, whenever you're joining up some work, do it in the back where it's not going to be seen. See how the front's perfect? Now this part over the back inside is where we're having dramas, and that's where you want them. Righto, tip number 6, bit of common sense sometimes. So these front caps, right, she's going to be standing on them, she's going to be putting pots on and off, I'm sure she's going to be leaning stuff on them, kids are probably going to climb on them. I've glued them on really fucking well, like used more glue than I had to. These back ones, they're not going to get touched, there's going to be a garden in the way. So I'm probably going to use, you know, 1/3 of the amount of glue, just so it tacks on there. Little things like that make a huge difference in the end, especially with material costs and stuff. Number 7, setting shit up to make it easier for yourself. You're not going to come and grab one of these, step back over, put it on, and root around like that. You're going to set them all up so you can just fucking reach over and grab them. Now, that might be obvious to some of you, but mate, I've worked with some people, and that ain't obvious. The way I learnt, where my, I hate saying this, work ethic, is that the word, work ethic? I don't know. Yeah, I think so. Where it came from was, I was a scaffolder's labourer for a long time, and I mean, anyone can kind of put a belt on and put scaffold together once you know. But a good fucking labourer, that's hard to find, because you do have to think a lot. And people think, oh, you work outdoors and you're just a labourer, you don't really have to think. Well, no, if you want to be a lazy cunt, you don't have to. But if you want to be good, you do. Because with scaffolding, there's a lot of different pieces. There's probably 8 to 10, I mean, there's probably 30, but there's 8 to 10 pieces you use all the time. And you've got to lay them out in a certain way so that the person building can use them without other pieces getting in the way. And then as soon as they've done that first little bit, bang, you start with your next bit and you put it up, because as you know, scaffold goes upwards. So you want to get all the gear they need right there so they don't have to do anything. And so right now I'm being the labourer and the builder. So I'm just fucking making it easier for myself. And it's such a big part of the job, little things like this. I'm not going on like I fucking know everything. I'm just making a video. And you know, today's a little bit more boring than usual, so I'm doing a bit of talking. And if you don't like it, well, fuck off. Righto, all done. Very happy with it. Look, I know it's not perfect, but I done my best. And you know, that's all you can do. As they say now, this fucking thing, I didn't want to do this job. I tried to wiggle my way out of it, but as part of the quote, I said I'd do it. So it says 5 easy steps, right? 5 easy steps, and let me guess, putting all those screws in, let alone those ones, is 1 step. All right, those hinges, oh, that's part of putting the screw. Like, this ain't 5 fucking steps. Wake up to yourself. Easy shed. God, I'm not looking forward to this. I'm not going to time lapse because I'm going to be here for fucking hours. But anyway, let's see what happens. Oh look, my Ryobi drill. How good. Look at this, as if this isn't shit and hard enough. I fucking hate this job. I hate putting this together. I really hate it. As if it's not shit enough, right? See that? And there's that gap. So when this cap sits on, it doesn't sit on there properly. Now, I can kind of maybe modify it a bit and fix it. And the other thing, you might go, oh, well, you haven't lined them up properly. No, I fucking have. I'm not stupid. All right? That's your join there, and they're perfect. So, like, this absolutely massive shed company, you'll see advertisements for them everywhere. They can't even cut the cunt the right length. I'm not fucking silly, and I'm telling you, like, this is shit. And to say it's a 5-step thing, like as if it's just like a fucking pop-up tent, it's an absolute joke. They give you these tools, they're like 5 steps, and they show you like a picture of a fucking Allen key and a screwdriver, and it's like, nah, you need one of them. Like, don't pretend that, I don't know, man, I just fucking hate this. I should have paid someone else to do it. I was gonna, and I bit the bullet and thought, nah, I'll just suck it up and do it, and here I am hating it. Fuck you, you fucking dog cunt. I really can't tell you how much I fucking hate this. I haven't been this fucking pissed off for a very long time. I can't believe how long this has taken. I've been doing this for about 4 hours. I can't fucking deal with it. Oh mate, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do anymore. Have a look at this, right? Why in the fuck would they call it Easy Shed? Like, I've had to do all of this, and it's just bullshit. It is just, they just put as little effort as possible into making the cunt so they can fit it in a little box and ship more of them out. You have to do everything. Oh, mate. I've been here all fucking day trying to do this shed. That shit, 20 minutes. This, we're looking at about 6 hours. I am fucking so pissed off, you have no idea. This is what they're trying to get you to do, right? Because they want to fold it up and fit it all in a fucking box. They've got this piece of C-beam, or whatever the fuck you call it, you're supposed to screw through this top one and then both of them. You can't even get it to go through the one. Look at the size of the fucking screws. It won't go. Fuck me. Alright, motherfuckers. That is probably the shittest day's work I've ever had in my life. It would be absolutely be up there. I can only really think of one day that compared. That was a fucking nightmare. You can see how fucked my slab is. I'll come back and put some timber under there or something for her. It's night time, man. It's fucking 5:30 in the middle of winter. Like, I've been here all that fucking shed, bro. I can't tell you how much that's pissed me off. I'm definitely going to be having a beer. Now, Trevor's had a gutful. Now I've got to go cut this fucking fence. And it's still in the dark. Fuck. Mate, it's fucking 6:30 at night. Duh, it's not 6:30 in the morning, is it? I am fucked. I am never putting up another shed. Hunt of a day. The slab's uneven. The fucking shed wouldn't shut. I ended up having to cut bits off with the angle grinder. Easy sheds can go fuck themselves. I'm going home to have a pizza and cuddle my baby.